Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special replay for you. We are on Stand. This is an OG map that, that people have strong opinions about this map because it's like human favorite and so on. It's like heavy macro map. But no, maybe not really. And it's Grubby here. So another, the map is OG and Grubby is OG. But also, when I was like scrolling through the replays to find a replay to cast, what caught my eye will surprise you, and it will surprise you soon, because Grubby is playing versus human. He knows this human quite well, because they played versus each other many times. That's Mr. Death Note on the bottom right, playing as a orange human. And on Terra Stand, quite often you see human players playing Mountain King first, and expansion. So human will creep the orange camp here, and then the expansion. But yes, what I saw, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how it's going to work, but Grubby decided to have fun, and he's playing Tauren Chieftain first. I don't, because, I don't have, like, OG Warcraft 3 knowledge. I don't know if it's, like, the effect of what we used to see on this very map, what in the past was possible, but Tauren Chieftain first. How is Grubby going to pull it off? I mean, Tauren Chieftain, you can make Tauren Chieftain, build Tauren Chieftain in two different ways, even with either with Stomp or with Shockwave. And Shockwave is better for economic harassment, Stomp is much better for fighting. I see that Grubby is making shop in the middle. It means that he's going to creep his Tauren Chieftain pretty hard, as he should. Because, yes, Tauren Chieftain, is a slow hero, even with the aura. But yes, as expected, Death Note is with MK first. So what is going to be idea? Is Grubby going to, like, creep level 3 Tauren Chieftain and go for some Shockwave laming? Or Grubby is going to make a fighting Tauren Chieftain? We'll see about that. What I do know is that Grubby is going to spawn Lightning Shield on his Grand. And that was unsuccessful. Grubby went too close. Of course, it's extremely hard to get the Lightning Shield without a ranged unit. But ladies and gentlemen, we are in damage control. Grubby bought Forest Troll Shadow Priest. So this troll dispelled the Renegade Wizard Frost Armor. And yes, we are creeping quite quickly. Of course, not as quickly as human, because human has militia. And yes, with Mountain King creeping is pretty nice. But yes, Grubby is not complaining as well. He got big healing potion. By the way, Grubby is probably expecting Mountain King from his opponent. So yes, interesting game. How Grubby will play TC first. So far, as you can see, he's killed only Endurance Aura. So we don't know exactly what the second spell is going to be. But man, this game shows the speed of creeping the best. Grubby is dealing with the first camp while human is already expanding on the third camp. Man, that's the creep speed. That's the creep speed. Mamma mia. Okay, of course, we use a lot of militia as human. Grubby is already attacking. Grubby has a better, he didn't use his workers that much. Plus 3 strength for Tauren Chieftain, that's pretty nice. Level 3 Mountain King, and now Mountain King will buy Boots of Speed, Staff of Teleportation usually, and this Mountain King will hound you like a stalker. Yes, he's even sold the TP. I don't know, okay. The Death Note scouted. Hello, Sir Saburo. Always a pleasure to see you. Welcome, sir. I'm casting a Grubby replay versus Death Note. Welcome, everybody. And yes, Death Note knows exactly where Grubby is because of this scouting footman. And now, even though the Tauren Chieftain is a hero with a strength, oh no, healing. Use the healing. Tauren Chieftain survived, but barely. And ladies and gentlemen, what is going to happen right now? The bolt will start soon. Mr. Sir Saburo, not yet, but I'm thinking about this. So if you are still up, I'm definitely up. That would be a pleasure. Thank you very much. And yes, there is a lot of camps recently in Warcraft 3 universe, so it's good that it's going to be in December, let me tell you that. There's so many action! But ladies and gentlemen, I digress in a moment. Grubby is trying to survive. Grubby is pulling his Tauren Chieftain back, and he's healing now. Good news! MK used a lot of mana. Bad news is human has expansion, human has map control. Shop of Grubby is, you know, kinda away from his base because of this, mamma mia, this, you know, the early game. Grubby needs to dodge the bolt. He needs to dodge the bolt. Can he do it? Bolt dodged. And no more mana for the MK. TP forced. But Grubby survives. Very defensive TP. I love it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Tauren Chieftain is regenerating even more. Okay, interesting game. Interesting game. What Tauren Chieftain can do? We have Shockwave. We need level 3 and maybe some Zeppelin drop lames in the human expansion. Because let me tell you, it's going to be a very, very dangerous situation here. Speed scroll used. And Mountain King is like, you know, without the TP, he's quite fragile. Shockwave, that was perfect Shockwave on so many workers. But maybe it was even too good. It connected into a creep camp, and this creep camp paired the Tauren Chieftain, lol. And yes, Death Note is at home. Death Note is where he feels very comfortably. The shop is ready. Grubby doesn't have enough mana for another Shockwave. Grubby doesn't have enough damage to kill the Arcane Tower. But ladies and gentlemen, is Grubby counter-expanding? No, he can't counter-expand. Grubby is going for a Spirit Walker Bestiary build. So a little bit like you play versus Night Elf. Okay. Okay. MK is here. Mr. Mountain King is here. Grubby with a TC. TC is creeping. Ring +5, you know. TC is a tank in many moments. Okay. So, but no counter expansion. Just tier 2 army composition. Maybe Grubby is going to accumulate 50 supply with nice levels and then he's going to push. There is a clarity on Shadow Hunter. Maybe it should go to the Tauren Chieftain. Remember, the Tauren Chieftain doesn't have that much, you know, intelligence, with all due respect, so he can't regenerate mana quickly. He needs some artificial help. And yes, we are going for Misha creeping. Gone. Ring of Regen. Amazing for Tauren Chieftain. He'll do a lot of tanking. I mean, if you find it at the early game, it's pretty good. And Grubby is counter-expanding. Grubby is not afraid to go into the late game versus Death Note. Speaking of Death Note, the human, he got Shredder. It means it's going to be a like super late game army. Probably mass air. Probably mass air, ladies and gentlemen. Probably mass air. Mamma mia. Okay, okay. So, we have Grande Guard Tower. Double, actually. So, human is afraid of orc timing. But, as we can see, Grubby is not going for the timing. Grubby wants to wait until the late game. But it means that human will press tier 3 button. And it means that we can expect triple Gryphon Aviary. Or maybe double Gryphon Aviary and one Arcane Sanctum, you know, to have Inner Fire Priest. Oh, Shadow! Shadow is there. Shadow needs to survive this Shadow. No! The Shadow. Can you survive? Okay, Mountain King goes back. I was so afraid of the Shadow Hunter. As an agility hero, he has such a low HP count. But man, this Shockwave needs to be respected. Shockwave connects to one worker. Nice split by Death Note. I don't know if it was intended or not. Probably it was intended, but yes. Shockwave connects to only one unit. And yes, it takes a long time for the orc to expand, but regardless, Grubby is going for it. He is creeping. Death Note, you know, has only one hero just yet. There is a second hero in the altar. It's a Blood Mage, and now we see those beautiful Gryphon Aviaries. We already are working on some upgrades, but yes, Grubby is working on some levels as we speak. Tauren Chieftain is creeping. This is a permanent level 2 item camp, so even plus free ring for the TC or something damage oriented for the Shadow Hunter. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is SaulApe and I'm an ape. Let's go. Let's go. I'm laughing because, man, I look like a Makrura, man. I'm casting Mr. Grubby replay, displaying Tauren Chieftain first. Chilling Sunday evening. Beautiful, beautiful day for Warcraft 3. A Bandit Lord has Divine Shield, so we can't attack him really, first. Triple Gryphon Aviary for Death Note. Look how much gold he has. But Grubby has much better levels. On a second hero especially, Tauren Chieftain provides the aura. But my question is, what are we going to do against air units? But we have a more important question. What are we going to do versus Mighty Mountain King? Because he's at our expansion, at the Org expansion, we need to buy Scroll of Town Portal, or maybe we are going to counter-lame. What the counter-laming means? We are going to force Death Note to teleport back. Look at this. Death Note army is, okay, big, but this army is not going to kill Town Hall, the Great Hall that easily, and Grubby with Shockwave is going in. Shockwave was amazing. There is no Chain Lightning because we have Shadow Hunter, but ladies and gentlemen, Grubby also have Book of the Dead that will summon a lot of skeletons. Are we trading bases? Maybe. Grubby is trying to buy some time, and he is repairing Great Hall as we speak. Human has Scroll of Town Portal, but Human is not willing to use it. Grubby had no problem with using his important item, and man, Grubby has only Great Hall, while Human has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 farms. It's 36 supply that Death Note will lose, the capacity. Okay, so yes, Grubby expansion is done. Grubby is growing for reinforced defenses. He's getting ready for one base play. Grubby is on 50 supply. Grubby is very efficient. Grubby has Pillage, the favorite upgrade of the Twitch chats. Grubby has the mighty Pillage, and ladies and gentlemen, what is going to happen now? We are trading. Grubby has a Scroll of Town Portal. He needs to TP now. He can't let Gryphons to connect into his own farms. But I think that Grubby killed enough. And ladies and gentlemen, the first real fight of this game. Let's go. There is one Trollbad Raider. Needs to connect into the Gryphon. This Trollbad Raider can't just die. MK is going brr. MK is connecting into the burrows. The Troll is waiting. And Troll is not dying. The Gryphon goes down. It's a lot of supply, and remember, welcome to one base, man. Grubby with such a smart decision how to approach this base race scenario. Grubby is expanding at the red camp. That's tricky. Is Grubby going to fight? I think Grubby should maybe attack the human economy, or maybe Creepjack. That would be even better. Maybe Grubby will Creepjack. Of course, they don't see each other. But Grubby, has a good sense where to go. The Creep is attacking Death Note Shockwave to start the fight. Of course, it's not good versus Gryphons, and those Gryphons are pretty well upgraded. Supply. Kinda even. Blood Mage got level 2. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go, guys. I will say big thank you to Mr. Buckhead when I'm going to see him next time. I said already big thank you during the stream. 20 gifted subs is crazy, and I would like to say thank you for Sir Saburo, who is still watching, of course, for all of the support and for willing to make another Makura Cup that I need to organize well, and I will. Makura for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Grubby's fight wasn't that perfect. As you can see, the late game Gryphon Raider combination is crazy. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I think that the idea of Neo that Devour from Kodo Beasts should work on Gryphons. When a Gryphon is ensnared, that you can eat a Gryphon with Kodo Beasts. Actually, I think it should work, because that would open maybe another endeavors. with human versus orc. So for example, in a game like that, you know, Grubby is kinda dying to those Gryphons, even though the position was looking good. Gryphons are like super late game. I don't know, I don't have strong opinions here. I know that human players will hate it. I know that orc players would love it. I'm just thinking about, you know, how meta would change. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, maybe Grubby... Oh, Grubby has a lot of Trollbad Raiders. Grubby is looking for the good detonations here. Very juicy. TC got level 5. What is he going to skill? Double the supply for the human. Those Trollbad Raiders detonation were not juicy enough, and Grubby says GG. As you can see, in this late game, it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't. Mamma mia, my name is SaulApeMan, I'm an ape. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. My name is SaulApeMan and I am an ape. Guys, tell me in the comments, do you think that if you ensnare an air unit with a raider, then when air unit is on the ground, if Kodo can devour it, it should be able to, because this mechanic is not available in Warcraft 3. Maybe it should be, because, you know, then in game like that, crazy game, maybe Orc could have a chance in the late game, because, you know, this Tauren Chieftain was like a creep lord versus all of those Gryphons. He couldn't really damage them. Regardless, cool strategy by Grubby, and this game was kinda closer than I thought. And, you know, he played versus second or first best human player on the server, so definitely if you play like this versus me, he will obliterate me. But yes, he almost made it work versus Mighty Death Note. Makura for everybody, thank you for watching. Yes, like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye!